Hey, what's up, gente? It's Santanera, and we got something really special for you.
What's up? What's up? You're here with Vanessa. It's almost Thanksgiving, Mayana.
Hey, we're rolling culture queens here, Big Red Chula, and we're rolling culture queens on the road, right?
On the road!
And we rolled up on Oso Ghetto Lifestyle.
What's
we just
up,
came
what's
out.
up?
Hey, well, we brought some snacks too, because we're gonna snap.
And some pie.
Some pie, some goodies. We can't wait.
Chicken, pasta, Mexican pasta.
Are you guys ready for the holidays?
Food. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, how exciting!
Not really, but yeah.
Do you guys cook, like, okay, tomorrow's Thanksgiving, you guys cook turkey or?
Yeah, when I'm making turkey, I'm making a ham and
Oh.
tri-tip.
Oh,
Well, try to.
you got me
I
excited.
should have came tomorrow. You know what? We'll be back.
the real market.
Yeah. Oh, but you know, my parents are Mexican, so they're making like pozole and tamales, and I don't want that. I want some
I want
turkey.
Oh no, pozole and tamales sounds
you
so
go.
good.
I need some white people's friend.
Buñuelos,
Buñuelos, oh yeah.
Oh, buñuelos, yeah.
That's real Mexicans, you know.
Otole.
The tamales, the atole, yes.
Yeah.
No.
capirutada.
Oh, I
There
missed
you
that.
go.
Oh my God, I haven't had that in a
You
long
guys are gonna
time.
hear my
That's
stomach
right.
growling.
We're gonna start taking a break to
That's
go
when we used to
grab
go
the
to
chicken.
Abuelita's
We're
house.
back
She
with
had
the
it all.
interview.
Yeah.
The
oh,
casos
wow.
with the carnitas.
That's right.
Yeah, I remember
Tamales,
those days.
homemade tamales. They were little, but they were tasty.
Oh my goodness, where can we get them?
You can't find them no more.
No. Oh.
They're
gotta-
the big ones with all kinds of carne, but they're not the same.
Oh.
The little ones that grandma used
Now
to
you
make.
have
Those
more
were the
masa
good
than
ones.
anything. That's why it's better to just make your own tamales.
I
you
make
know?
my own. Lots of
Yeah,
carne.
the flavor, oh, the thinness of the masa, and then
There
the
you go.
filling.
You put
I
some of
know. I was
the
like,
juguito of the
I can
carne
tell
in the
we're
masa.
hungry.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Well, let's get into this. We've already interviewed you before, but we want to,
Yeah.
you know.
People are so
What, about a year
intrigued.
ago?
They're-
2 years ago?
Yes,
Yeah,
and
2
they're
years.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
going on 2 years,
Yeah, going
Yeah.
to 2
and they're
years
very
ago.
intrigued.
And we got new stuff that
Yes.
you got to talk about too. So the old stuff and some of the new stuff because it's been a while. So, and in 2 years, a lot of things happen.
It's been a
right?
while.
Yeah.
It's been a while. So,
Well, thank you for welcoming us into your house, into your lovely home.
Thank you so much.
Güera,
Our casa is your
and
casa.
Thank
gracias,
you.
gracias. Well, we're here, and people want to know. You know, you was one of our viral clips that went viral. People just loved you. Also, they just love
the
the
topic.
clecha that you gave. You know, straight out from. You know, you're the real deal. You know what I mean? You're OG all the way, old school. You know, and we want more. The people want more. So
So we should talk about his upbringing, right? And
Yeah.
like the
Yes.
people who didn't see, like where did you come from?
What do you mean, like?
Like where did you originate from? Are you from here,
City.
from California, and from what city? Or are you from a different
From LA.
LA?
I'm strictly LA, 213.
Yeah.
But my familia's all, and then they took me to El Paso, to El Chuco, and then I was raised over there because I was a clavieso down there. So my people my gente took me up to El Paso, and then that's where, all my familia's from El Paso.
That's where my family's from as
They're all
well.
from El Chuco.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I was born and raised here in LA.
Nice.
Matter
El
of
Chuco-
fact, my backyard was Elysian Park.
Yeah.
That was my
I see the
backyard.
pictures. That's so amazing. I wish we could. Well, we're gonna have to
yeah,
incorporate those.
we'll show you guys.
We'll upload those pictures because it's so like.
You could feel the history in these pictures. It's crazy. Anytime someone shows me pictures, I take it in like if I was there. You know, you could see the scenery, the background, the cars,
The
how
history.
different.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question because I remember having this question back then. But El Chuco, is that a city or is that you guys call El Paso El Chuco?
Chuco town.
El Paso's called El Pachuco. That's what it's called,
okay,
El
okay,
Pachuco.
okay.
Everybody knows that, Chuco town.
Okay. And I was wondering, I was like, is that a city that's called Chuco? And then I was thinking
No.
maybe it's El Paso.
Yeah, so
'cause-
when they say El
Pachuco.
Paso, so the all the old schools, they like my uncles and all that, they will always say, hey, let's go to El Pachuco. I mean, they're going back to Texas, to their hometown. That's where it came from.
What's your favorite restaurant there? I have to ask this.
That
You and your
what?
food.
Yeah, what's your favorite restaurant in El Paso?
My favorite restaurant back there, Chico Tacos.
Me too, Chico Tacos.
Oh wow.
So good. Yes.
Chico Tacos.
Yes, I went earlier this year in April and I stayed out there for a couple days. My prima, she had a quinceañera, so for her daughter. And oh my goodness, I hit up Chico's every day that I was there, maybe twice a day.
Did you
So,
get any other gorditas? Not from Chico Tacos, but have you?
no, I it was just
Yeah.
bam. And
Their
then there was,
gorditas over there are gorditas. They're not like over here.
yeah,
Those are the
oh,
real little gorditas.
Oh, and what
Stuffed
do they
up.
have? Okay, because gordita, my family is from Mexico City, right?
Okay.
The gorditas over there are stuffed with uh chicharrón prensado. Are those gorditas like that over there, or
No,
those different gorditas?
these are different. These ones are done with corn, like a corn tortilla. They fry it small, and then you take all the stuffing from the inside out, and then they stuff it with ground beef,
Mm,
That
papas,
sounds good.
oh my gosh.
papas, and they give it the flavor, and then they put lettuce, tomato, guacamole,
Oh my
cheese.
goodness. My
But
stomach
they're
is growling.
tasty because they're
yeah,
small.
yeah.
You go order them here. I've ordered them here, but they're more like sope. I mean, not sope,
Pupusas or?
no, gorditas, but they make them like papusas.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the same.
They're not the
Papusas
same.
and gorditas are different.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are different.
Nice.
So like every time when we go back to El Pachuco, I love to eat their Mexican food out there. Over here, it's too whitewashed.
Yeah.
I
Bless
like
you.
it.
Bless
Bless you.
you.
Thank you.
So it's
I
known
like
for the
authentic
pachuco out there,
Mexican
right?
food.
The food and the pachuco, that's where it originated out there in El Paso. Is that what you're saying?
What
The pachuco
the
style
Pachuco style, yeah. Well, it came from Juarez,
from
from
Juarez. Okay.
Tintan. I
Tinta.
don't know if any of you remember like Cantinflas and all.
Mhm.
They're all from out there from Juarez. They came out with the baggy pants and all that. I was showing Centanera earlier. My familia, they're all dressed like that. It's in our culture. We grew up with that. It's not something that we made up. That, oh, you know what, they're looking good. Let's go buy this. Let's go to the store and buy some baggy pants or have them. No, these were my estilo that I have was brought from my jefito, my tios and my primos. We grew up in that estilo. That means a lot to us. It's not something we just came up with. It's in our blood. It's in our heritage.
And you still crease up your pants. I always see you're not ever a day without a crease and your shirt all creased up, all cleaned
I've
up.
always been like that. It's something that's the way I was. I remember when I was young growing up, my jefita used to tell me, hey, let me iron your clothes. I used to tell her, no, mama, I'm going to do it. Because it had to be special. It had to have that crease right there. The starch y todo. You know what I'm talking about. You OGs out there know what I'm talking about. You got to have all these pleats and so forth.
And what do you think about the youngsters right now? You don't see them creased up too much like that.
You know, I give them a lot of respect. I'm not going to put them down there, thing. But a lot of them, they try to act, but they're not, it's not in their blood because they see somebody. I know there's a lot of people out there that they go buy the pads, they do this, but they don't know the stilo. They don't have that background. They try to get into it. And as we grew up in that stilo and that environment, we had a lot of people die behind that. So it's personal to us. And these kids don't look at it as that. They just look at it as like they're dressed up. They want to take pictures. They're all over the media.
Or like a costume. I've seen
Yeah, it's
people
a costume. It's
yeah.
like, to me, when I see them like that, it's like playing Halloween. They're just dressing up. During the weekends, they're not dressed up like that. I've seen some of them. They don't dress like that. Come Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, they're all dressed down, todos chingones, todos a la madre. That's not right. I'm like this all the time. I get up in the morning, I put on my clamaos, my takushis and all that. That's me. That's the way I was brought up. I have to be clean, be neat. My shoes, when I go out, go to a cruise or whatever, I come home without looking at me. I'm right there spit shining them for the next day.
Wow.
All my shoes, they're all spit shine, ready to wear.
Nice
And that's the
clean.
way we were brought up back then.
Yeah. And these youngsters don't understand that. They just think it's like a weekend thing to just
Well,
dress
yeah.
up like that to go to the
Well, you
car
see,
show, show off.
yeah, you know that there's another thing. I look at them; they got these tramados, all this, but you look at their shoes; they got tennis shoes. I'm like, really? Y'all dressed them? They got tennis shoes, or their shoes are all scuffed up.
Do you ever tell them anything?
She gets mad at me.
You do. I know you because I know you would tell them like, hey, why you wearing tennis shoes? I could see also walking up to a little youngster and be like, why you dressed like that? Let me teach you something.
But
It
yeah, it's good to teach them. You know what I mean?
you
Because
have
like
to.
you
How are they
said,
gonna know?
people die over this, and that's why a lot of OGs get mad about this younger kids. You know, because I've said like, well, whatever, just let them dress. Who cares? And they were like, no, something like, wait. There's people that die over this. You know what I mean? This is not just a game, and they don't respect it. Now, when the youngsters come and they done their research and they respect it and they understand it, okay, okay, we'll accept that. But a lot of them just do it for sure, just to do TikTok videos or something, and that's not cool, you know? So,
Yeah.
yeah, but you always, from head to toe, sharp, also.
I mean, if you're for reals, you're for reals. It's like I see a lot of these people. They wear this pennant. This is a pachuco pennant. Okay, when I see them, it's fake. They're fake. This is real gold, real diamonds. What does that mean? I ain't fake. It's the real
There
deal.
you go.
I'm not putting it's fake jewelry on it and
Yeah,
all
you know,
that.
you take a lot of
It,
pride in what
it
you
takes
wear.
pride. It's pride.
Yeah.
It's to show my culture. It's my heritage. That's what my jefito, my jefita, they brought me up like that. I'm proud to say where I come from. At least I could say I am a pachuco. I was raised with pachucos. Not a zoo tutor, but pachucos. Zoo
Could you
tutors
tell
and
us
pachucos
the
are different.
difference?
Yeah. Zoo tutors are different. Well, not really, but more pachucos are more like it's another stilo. But the style was the same practically. The zoo tutors had the big hat, the feathers, the hats, and all that. Pachucos had they're just almost the same, but they didn't. It was a little different.
Is there any meaning behind those two?
One
It's
was
just
it more
style.
gangster, one
Just
was it like
style.
more,
Just different styles.
Okay, let's pause it. Your shoe, the
Pants?
pants, you gotta put it down.
Oh,
Because I know it's gonna bother you
In
when
the
the
interview.
comes up.
Again, probably,
There.
probably pinch it. Probably pinch it.
Pinch
Chula?
this thing.
Pinch it.
Yeah, right there.
There you go.
Right
you don't
there.
have a comb?
Wow, the cone, huh? That's yeah. See, if you know, you know.
Credit card check. I'm like, I thought it
There
was
you
at
go.
home.
Because I know once that it goes, he was gonna be bothered by it.
That's not even funny. He gave me a pair of pants the other day that he told me they were no good no more. To go ahead.
Go
to
show it
wash
to him. Show it to him.
To wash them. I have washed these pants like 4 times.
Look at them.
And they weren't
This
good.
is-
Why?
It has a crease still. It has.
They got so much starch that they stand by themselves.
That's the way to do it. I've
Look at-
heard.
look
If
at-
they don't stand up,
It's
then
recording
they're
now.
good.
She tells me,
Right?
I washed them 4 times. I go, and she goes, but they don't get soft.
Seriously, fill them.
Oh my
These
goodness.
are like rock hard.
He
You hear
tried to
that?
wear them around the house. I figured, well, I'll wash them and let them, get all soft.
Let's see if they stand up by themselves. Almost.
Almost they would have a couple washes ago.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
Wow.
I said, it's going to break my washing machine.
Also, what are you doing, Abuela? Making it work.
Yeah, just to show them. That's the way I am.
That's
All right.
But it
Start
was
again?
funny when she asked.
Yeah. So getting back into it. So you're from Los Angeles. What part?
The Echo Park District.
Nice. And
Right
you
there,
grew,
Echo Park, MacArthur Park, all of that.
so you've seen a lot of craziness.
Yes, yes. Matter of fact, where I was brought up, we were all, okay, let me explain. Because people don't understand that history there. We were all friends. We all grew up together, a big neighborhood right there. As we were growing up as youngsters, they started breaking off. So you had different barrios from all different, so the big barrios that were there To get from our point to school, we had to walk to 3 different barrios. But we were all friends at one time, but we had to break up that way. And that's how all the barrios started breaking up to different. So we had, I don't know what I should name, we had 18th Street, we had Diamond, we had Temple, we had Clanton, we had White Fence on the other side that came from. So we had Frogtown, we had, it was Frogtown, Atwater. So all these barrios were all brought up there. So we lived in that neighborhood. Now, being said that, when we were growing up, we used to hang out on the other side of the freeway of Echo Park, and we used to call that the Ghetto. That's where our name for our car club came up
Nice.
when we were starting
The
up, because there
Ghetto.
was a bunch of guys that were getting together back in the late 60s, early 70s. We wanted to start a car club up. So we were also, because we had cars, but they weren't fixed up. They were just, regular cars, lowriders. Back then, the lowriders were 64, 63s, 57s. The bombitas weren't called lowriders. They were bombitas.
Bombitas.
Okay. We didn't have station wagons. We didn't have they were Chevrolet cars. You
All
didn't-
Chevy.
All Chevys. Those were your lowriders. Now, after, with the new style that came up, that's when you started getting these station wagons, started getting these Fords, the town cars, and all that. None of those were considered lowriders back then.
And when did the hydraulics come out, like that you remember?
Well, hydraulics, when I was going to school in the 70s, when we were doing hydraulics, they weren't like the hydraulics of today. The hydraulics back then were cylinders that we used to get at the aircraft place called Pally's. And we would go over there in Santa Fe Springs and we would pick up these cylinders that weren't round like they have them now, the cylinders the way they are. We had to modify them. We had to put them on a lathe and make them for them to fit the A-arms back then. We did our own cutouts. We cut out our own cars back then. Back then, it's not like today. Now, I'm impressed with the modern technology, with the way they have it, that they use a drill and they make them perfectly round now and they fit in. Back then, we used a torch and we had to cut that.
Well, back then you guys would go to each other's houses and build
And
these
help
lowriders.
each other out,
It's not
yeah.
like today, right? That they have these shops that you could just drop off your car
Put a place in order.
and place an order. Yeah, call them
Yeah.
online,
Well,
drop
you know
it
what
off,
we-
right?
So that's another
We
thing.
could have
No,
been millionaires back
No,
then.
we
if-
did-
No, just kidding.
we didn't go to shops and have that done
It's a lot of
because,
work,
again, we were doing it ourselves. We weren't.
But that was the
money
brotherhood,
wasn't
right?
like it is now.
That was the brotherhood of like the lowrider car clubs. You don't see
Exactly,
that
that's-
now, where you all get together at a house and build your cars.
That's how the club started up. Everybody helped
I
each
love
other
that.
out.
So how did the plaques come? How did the plaques come in on being
So
put on the cars?
then we had different social clubs, like you had the team post. People don't remember the team post, where the guys used to go. They used to hang out and everything. The girls go by and they, like a social club. So then, as the cars were coming along, people started doing, started with the car clubs. Well, they were way back before our time too.
Yeah.
But they weren't as popular. It started coming out. Hydraulics weren't really popular. So for us, we would go like to different yards and steal the tailgates, the pumps from the tailgates. So wherever there was a truck with pumps and a tailgate, we wait for them to close. We go in and we take all the pumps out, but we can put hydraulics in our cars. So in the morning, you drive by these shops, and all their tailgates were on the floor because we had taken their tanks already.
Little thieves.
So they had well, back then there were only high pressures, and we had low pressure pumps. The low pressure pumps were those big long ones, and
So
they
did
were
you guys have
slower.
airbags back in the day too? Or was it just hydraulics, or was
Airbags
that just
airbags weren't really
they weren't really
with the
popular?
lowriders, but there was airbags back then, but they came out afterwards. And the difference between airbags and hydraulics is because I had hydraulics for a long time. Matter of fact, even now, I have a car, a Cadillac, and it has airbags on it. And I did it because I figured when I was younger, I had hydraulics. I was hopping out there, and when we were hopping, it's not like the hopping of today. You go out, you see a car hopping, they're hopping way up here, or they're up here, or the cars
That
tip
The
over.
sky.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
I don't see
Oh, you're like
none,
Vanessa.
I don't see, no, not to offend nobody, but when we would go to a show and take our cars, we would hop a tall can, a tall boy.
They would put the can
Okay,
right
yeah,
next
we
to it,
put the
right?
tall boys there.
That was the
And to-
competition back in the
yeah,
day, right?
that was
Crazy.
whoever hopped that tall boy,
Got
that
the
was the
towboy.
highest. That was
What would they
hopping.
win? What would
That
they
was-
get?
The towboy.
They got like bragging rights or what?
That was
What would they get if they?
nothing. We didn't.
It was bragging rights, right? Like, yeah,
it was
I got
recognized.
that.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
because I
He's
remember
bad.
back in the days, I went in high school. I would be in my class, and they would come. Hey, Oso, they're out there. Come up, bring out your car. Because I mean, I wasn't
you out.
saying that, but my car was a hopper back then. But I didn't hop like they did now. So I go out in front of the school. I went to Belmont High School, and the people remember back in the early '70s. I pull out my car in the middle of the street. These people, other guys from other school, come down, and we put blocks on back of my car, and I'd be hopping that car right there, and it was fun. They come, but we drove them cars out. We drove them in, we hopped them and drove them out. So now what I see now, and I tell a lot of OGs, I said, look at they're doing all these hopping contests and everything, but they're trailering in these cars. A lot of these cars don't even run because I see them push them in. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you're sitting there and they're hopping. The fender falls off, the lights falling
They're
off.
all falling apart.
Yeah, it's not like, and it's like,
It happens.
Yeah, it's like, really? Really? But they're getting trophies for that, or they're getting feria for that. How are you going to give somebody feria or trophy when the car's falling apart? So he's hopping here, this car's hopping here, but this car drives away. But he don't get nothing, but this one does, and it can't drive away. That's a difference.
It's a different
They're
game
getting
there.
it everything's all
Mixed up.
like messed up, in other words, screwed up.
They must have a lot of money because it takes a lot of money to put those cars together, then
A
beat
lot.
it up, and then put it back together. It's
Break it and fix it, they say. Break it and fix
so,
it.
I mean, we
repeat.
oh,
Totally
no.
different lifestyles
Fix
now.
this chains, so put it under the
Cut.
mic. Cut.
Scoop forward. Pull your shirt back like this, the back, because it's kind of okay. Gotta keep you looking like an OG. All right, there we go. Okay.
You know, something I wanted to know. No, also, you said and make it clear for all these people that well, your car don't hop. You know, your cars just don't do nothing. Lowrider wasn't about hopping back in the days, right? I mean, and if it was just like you said.
No, you know what it was back then. Our lowriders, we were
Low and
proud to have
slow.
our cars. They were something that we were proud to have. They might not have been all that paint jobs and all that, but they were clean. They were clean. The white walls were clean. We took pride in our cars. There was something that we had pride on. And the thing was that when we were driving them cars, it was our hynas next to us. That we were able to drive with our hynas, showing our carruchas
Like,
right there.
Hey.
You know, it's like, órale, qué hubo, you know.
Beautiful thing, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was our thing. Slow. Low and
slow.
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 That's what my plates say in my car. Low and slow.
You hear here, people, okay? So stop telling me my car definitely goes slow. And the truck is slow and it really goes slow.
You're not hopping it.
That goes like 10 miles an hour.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
How fun
It's
though.
a totally different life now, you know. That's why we like to hear from the OGs. How was it back in the day, and what do you think about it? Because you keep the culture going. And we're trying to teach this to other people and show them different lifestyles of the people that hop. That's a different game.
I see
Low and slow.
I see a lot of things out there like maybe like my wife said, it's a different era now. So in our era, the 70s and the 80s, we're dinosaurs. We're the last of the dinosaurs. Believe it or not. Our era, once we're gone, our era's gone.
Yeah.
It's up to the new people that are going to take over that era now. And they're screwing it up. And we call them the Michael Jackson era.
Oh,
Why?
Because that's when it came out. Before the millennium year, everybody thought that, the year 2000, it's going to change. It went for the worse. Because you don't see, life isn't simple like it used to be. We used to go out, play, and go out with our friends on our bikes and everything. Our parents didn't care where we were at. It could have been 11 o'clock, but they knew where we were at. Because life was simple.
Yeah.
Life ain't like that no more.
No, I think technology's made it worse. Our kids don't know nothing. Like our kids back then, like you say, our parents weren't worried because we always had the friend that's like, hey, that car's kind of weird, you know what I mean? Look out. Our kids don't know none of that. Like they're not aware of danger like that, like how we was.
Exactly.
Why? Because they're always like this on the phone walking and they're like this on the
Not
phone,
paying attention.
and everything is, they don't go outside, they don't have, and they don't. And, it kind of hurts my feelings because I'm part of it. Because instead of me telling my daughter, hey, go outside, but there's nobody outside for her to play.
Yeah.
Like all the neighbors inside the house. I'm like, we'll just play on the phone. There's hardly see that anymore, and I think that's a problem because you don't get that clecha. You're not aware. It's just like they're just like zombies.
With
So
their phones and
With their
technology and the internet, the video games, PlayStations, all that. And back then there wasn't that much. I mean, they had the tardies and that stuff, but
but you most of the time was outside for sure. You wanted
your
to be
bike.
outside. Uh-huh.
No, I love being outside. I just remember getting on my bikes and just riding away. And, when the street lights came on, I would still be gone.
we go
There was always some kid outside. You
You know?
always find somebody. You see the bikes
Yeah.
outside, you knew
Oh,
there was
yeah.
a Thai house. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like,
100%.
and you guys are the last of the dying breed, and that's why we want to get expose this to the world. You know what I mean? Because it's all history in the making. You guys kind of was the first when it comes to Chicanos and all that. The cultura. And a lot of people are not. It's not. Who knows where it's gonna go? I see like with all this immigration stuff, and I see all the youngsters like being very prideful and being Chicanos and being able to stand up. I think this year showing us that the youth standing up. But why? Because a lot of the parents are not legal here, so they're taking that pride. So I love to pass it on to the people, but I love to hear history from because I'm a first here. My parents came here, and I was born here. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't have my uncles weren't born here, so I don't have that back history. So I love to learn it, and that's why we're like, let's go hit up also again. You know what I mean? His story was amazing.
There's a lot. When I go out to the shows and I talk to the OGs out there and we're talking about everything, we talk a lot about how things are now. And believe it or not, we're like disappointed. We were what we were. Like for instance, like how can I say, like when we were being brought up with our hynas, our rucas, whatever how we used to call them and all that, that was our pride. We protected them. We loved them. They were what they were, but they knew how to dress. They were dressed nice. Okay.
Respectful.
Them hynas now, they're older and everything, but they were beautiful back then. You got the girls now today, and I hope I don't offend nobody, but they're out there at the car shows showing all their chichero, their nalgas and all that in front of the youngsters. Now, how do you think that the older women are feeling because the vatos are all looking at them and shit? I don't know. I mean, they're there. I'm not saying that I don't look at them, but I look at them and I tell my ruca, I tell her, tú sabes qué? That's not right. And that's the way I feel, and that's the way a lot of OGs feel. Because they're like, you know, I don't want to see that shit. It causes problems with us after this. Well, yeah, because they're over there showing everything out there, and your hyna's going to get mad at you. You know, and we vacilate, you know, we start vacilando about it and saying, tú sabes qué? I go, you know what? I go, you're going to get in trouble when you get to the
Yeah, look down, look down.
Yeah.
You can't.
So,
Where's
but no, seriously.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Seriously speaking, that's wrong. I was seeing some on Instagram. They show a lot of this stuff, and it's like there's kids that watch that. That's why
Yeah.
society now these kids they're all messed up
Yeah.
because there's no stop to it. To
Well,
them, they just want ratings. That's what they want
Yeah.
is ratings.
But we can't stop it because, you know, we're the ones that put in the shows and stuff like that. I'm not cool with that neither. And then you have the models that are not even getting paid. You know, I remember back in the days, models got paid.
Yeah.
And now this wasn't getting paid. They're just on top of a car, and you're like, why are you doing it at the show right here where there's families? Like you said, there's kids, and you guys are doing this. You know, I'm not cool with that at all. But I think we should put it out there. I always said, when I have a car show, it's going to be by invitation only. And when we had the event that we did the song, everybody that came was by invitation only. And it was so cool because
That's
you
nice.
was able to kick back, leave your car, not worry why, because everybody there had a car. Everybody there knew the rules, you know what I mean? And
Well, you know what made me laugh one time? We were at a show, and we were kicking back, and the girls were modeling their thing. We had Wera and all of we were looking at them, and they were putting their hands all over the cars and everything. And I'm like, all right. So then Wera sitting there, and the girl went to my 38, and she was about to touch, and Wera walked up to her and told her,
Hell
"Don't you?"
yeah.
She goes, "Don't touch that car." She goes, "I don't touch his car. Nobody else is gonna touch his car." He goes, "And you can't take." She goes, "But we just." She goes, "No buts about it." I mean, I got embarrassed because I was like, "What are they?"
Hello, Wera. Yeah.
Ruca's over there standing up for her, and everybody, and then the rest of the ladies that were with her, that were
What?
with us, they all started saying the same thing. Now get away from the cars. So all the homies, they're turning around. They say, "Do you see what your old lady's cars?" I go, what can I
I see
say?
that a lot, though.
Yeah.
I see that a lot, and I see people leaning on cars. They're just talking.
Yeah,
and
they
start
put up
touching
their
them.
high heels on
Oh,
top of
yeah,
it. They're all
no.
putting.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what?
a lot of money to keep those cars like that. You know.
Me,
the
I don't
upkeep.
like that because they get close to it and they scratch up the cars. And everything.
Yeah.
Those cars cost a lot of money to
For
clean them
sure.
up.
And even some of the photographers, they don't realize that. Like when I've modeled and stuff, and I know I have like certain things on my clothes, like sequins or something. I'm like, no, I can't get next to the car. 'cause
Even
it'll scratch
jeans,
it.
even
They'll be like,
jeans
"Get
with
on."
even jeans with candy paint too. It's like there's sometimes where they'll ask, "Can I get in your car?" I'm like, absolutely. You know, you ask, cool. But there's times with certain clothes, no, you can't be against that. You can't do that just because I know that it's gonna chip it, it's gonna scratch it, it's gonna do something funny to the car, you know? And it's hard to match the paint.
Okay, here's my question. Where do those pictures go to? Seriously. All these pictures with all these guys come or
In the cloud.
whoever takes pictures, take with umbrellas and all that. Do they go to a magazine?
No.
Are they being shown at an art show? What happens to them?
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
a lot of
I remember, you know, when they call me and they say, "Hey, also, we want to take a photo shoot of your car, and but we're going to pay you for it."
that's how it used to
And
be.
and I have the magazine. It's in my garage. So when I was looking at in other words, when they took the photo shoots and everything, he sent me the magazine where my car came out of. And I said, "Oh, okay." I got paid for it. It came out in the magazine. That's something to be proud of.
Yeah.
I said, "Okay, fine." But you get a lot of these cars that they're taking pictures in the boulevard, getting off in there. Where are those pictures going?
You don't even know who's taking the pictures. That photographer were.
Okay, another thing. Some of these girls that are taking pictures, you know, there's some young girls out there.
Underage, yeah.
Okay, and they're taking pictures in these cars, and I know it because I've asked people. There's 12-year-old girls that look like they're 20 years old because of the way they're dressed and everything. You know, my opinion, you take a picture of a 12-year-old, a 15-year-old, that's being pedophiling. That's a maniaco right there, taking pictures of a young girl. How can you take pictures of a young girl? She's got to be over 18. These guys, they don't care. They just want a picture just for they could get it. It's not right.
Yeah, it's
You
not.
better start checking IDs. You know what I mean? Like it's our community, and I say we're the ones that could stop all this. You know what I mean? No, don't allow it. Everybody knows I'm outspoken, so I've spoken about this. I've even had a few other people that was taking pictures removed from the scene because it's not going to happen. You know, and I always say now it's like we had the woman in lowriding, you know, and I always tell them like, hey, if somebody is like coming after you, some of these girls, let us know so we could know, so we could put them out. You know what I mean? Because if you stay quiet and you're seeing something, that's where there's problem. When you speak, things get done. You know what I mean? And I notice that a lot of people in the community are very quiet. A lot of things, you know, they don't say nothing. They
There's a
don't.
lot of things going out there that nobody knows.
Yeah. They don't want to say, they don't want, like they say, you know, the cuatas have a saying, say, it's not my pedo, I don't want no pedo, you know what I mean? And it is, but at the end of the day, it is your pedo because you are part of the community, you know what I mean? That's the way I see it. If I see something, I'm going to say
Well,
something.
these little girls, we have to protect them because they don't know no better. Sometimes they're just thinking, oh, I'm going to get on a magazine, I'm going to make money, I'm going to get famous. And then all of this is the internet.
If we know their
TikTok.
age, most
Yeah.
definitely, but it's so hard
Yeah, but
to tell, like, if
the
they're
person
18 or
taking the
19 or
pictures
not.
himself
They
Yeah,
should be asking those
they got to
Yeah.
be
photographers.
dealt
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he's using a minor and exposing her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's that coming from?
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
Yeah. And a lot of guys just grab a camera and they go on to just come over there and take pictures. I'm like, no.
Yeah, no.
But you know what? I do gotta say, and I do appreciate, and I'll tell you why, is you know, the I can't say even known photographers because there's some photographers out there that I don't know them very well or know their names. But shout out to the photographers because they capture things that we can't. Like if we're in our car and we're in our own element, they'll capture the picture and then they'll send it to you. Be like, here, this is what I
Yes,
got. And
yes.
I'm like, oh my
Shout
God.
out to those photographers
Yeah, but
that
they
tag
were
you.
okay.
That's amazing because I didn't even know that. Like you're in your own and I'm like, wow, or when you're with your girls and stuff like that, like it's very meaningful and you are and when
Yeah.
you do videos and pictures like that, you are keeping the culture alive because you're getting people in their element and you have a clean scene, meaning there's no drama, they're not posting drama, they're not posting
Right.
this fight.
And yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
and I have to give it up to those photographers and videographers because they capture things that we can't see because sometimes we're cruising and we can't, like, a selfie's not going to do justice. It's only going to get your back seat and you and that's it. But when
But
you're
they
out there
capture
and you
that.
take the whole car and you get that glistening, you get that paint job, whether it's candy paint, metallic, whatever, and you know, it's so meaningful to me when they send me these pictures and I'm like, oh my God,
Well, it's just like those up there. You see,
I love it.
you see, those were all captured
Yeah.
from photographers like that,
Yeah.
and they send them to us. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, those are, yeah, that's good.
Definitely. So that's why I was like, no, I just
Not
gotta
all
give a shout out to
photographers,
Yeah,
not
not
all
all of
those
them.
photographers,
You know, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
because they put in
Yeah,
a lot of
you're
effort,
right.
they put in a lot of work, and they absolutely love it. They love the culture because it's different. Because you know, we don't. It's not like the 30s, 40s, 50s, 80s where everybody, or even the 80s and the 90s where the daily cars were your G bodies or you know your big bodies and stuff. So it's rare to see these cars, you know, on the street. So when you have cruises and when you have events, it's like some of these I know I'm still like a kid in a candy store. I'm looking at all
Yeah.
these beautiful classics and I'm like, I get happy because I see my cars all the time. I open up my garage, I see my cars, but to see everybody else bring out their classics and their beauties, it excites me. So I can only tell, like with these photographers, they get excited as well, you know?
Yeah.
So shout out to those ones who get excited and who does this for us and the culture.
And you know, and believe it or not, some of these photographers, we've gotten calls one time from different cities. They called up Weta one day, and they were showing. We came out. We're in Chicago. We were in Chicago.
Wow.
They're like, "Hey, we see we hold up."
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
Let me turn this off.
We got these on bloopers.
Can we check the?
Yeah, we could check. We could.
Let's take a quick cut right
Turn
there.
it off.
So we would make
Yeah,
sure
turn-
that these are still on. Still
I thought I had turned it off.
Yeah, still going.
Okay, still going. All right.
I like it. That's a bloopers. I love it. I love it.
So you have to edit it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's gonna. The bloopers are gonna come. One day they're gonna come out. Those
did the
bloopers are gonna be like.
They come, yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's what it's
So we should have done it like they do and tell it. Oh, okay, let's start all over.
it's you know the uncut.
Hey,
People wanna
I'll
see
be
it
the one.
raw.
I'll be the one. Answer it. Let me see who's calling you.
Yeah, I know, right?
Somebody's trying to call it.
should we
What are you
go?
doing?
Because we need.
Probably like another 20 minutes. Then
Because
we'll
we
get
have
some
about
raw.
the plaques. Remember, we're gonna ask him about the plaques, and then women in the lowrider scene, and then for him to talk about the car shows.
Okay, all right.
So.
You could ask them for the plaque.
About the
Okay.
plaques. We'll talk about the plaques from
Okay.
back then and now.
Okay, you guys ready?
Ready?
1,
2,
2,
3.
bam.
And we're
So
back.
yes. So let's talk about the plaques.
Okay.
The plaques that are on our cars that represent our car clubs. So how do you go about your plaques in your club? Oh my gosh.
Okay, yeah, I think I think you gotta do that
Sorry,
again.
do that again. Sorry, do that again.
Okay.
When we,
So-
you mean like when we showing our plaques in our cars, or we fly them? Or?
Yes. How do you like when you fly your plaques? Is there certain?
Well, okay, that's a good question because I just had one of my members call me yesterday, and he got this bombita, and he wanted to put blinds on it, and he goes, I want to put some blinds on my bombita, and I said, but you ain't gonna be able to see your plaque. So he goes, well, I'll put it on the side of the car. I said, no, you're not. If you're gonna run my plaque, you're gonna run it in back, where they can see the plaque. Not on the side of the car, not outside the car. It's gonna be in the black the way it should be. That's got to be clean. They got to be cleaned up, not dirty, and they got to be right.
Those are rules of the car club, right?
You're representing a club. You got to be proud of that plaque. It's showing you who you're with.
Yeah.
I don't know why some of these club members put their plaques on the side of the window of the cars. I mean, we never had them like that. So maybe it's a new style, but I don't like it.
Because you're old school.
Yeah, I'm old school. I'm used to see it in the back.
Yeah.
Tell us about the plaques back in the day. I'm still intrigued about that story about when they used to like.
Oh, and we
steal
used to
the
get into
plaques.
fights.
I take off the plaque.
Yes, that was like a
That was a trophy.
right.
So we talk about that still. It's funny because a lot of us still talk about it when we get together. When we used to get into fights and stuff over there on Whittier Boulevard, right there by J&S. It was J&S back then. Now it's Jack in the Box. But anyways, when we would get into our fights over there, we would break the back windows of the cars and take the plaques, and that was our trophy. Like, we got this plaque from different car clubs. And it was funny because we were talking about that the other day, and a couple of the homies were saying, hey, well, I got a plaque of so-and-so there, and I told them, and they want to buy it back. Like, "Well, you didn't-" yeah, so they're telling this other club, hey, I got your plaques because we took it from, and we remember who we took them from.
Oh,
We know who we took them from. So the homies tell him, hey, well, this plaque belonged to so-and-so back from your club. They go, you want to sell it back to us? He goes, no.
He still keeps it as a trophy.
Yeah, he still keeps it.
So did it cause problems? Like like did it catch slipping? Like why did you take off the plaques? Were they
No, it's just, that was our thing. Back then, we used to break the windows to the cars. Our cars were, it's not like today, they shoot at you. Okay. Back then, when we would fight, we break the windows, we bumper jack the cars. So by the time they were far away from us, then one of us would break the back of the window and take the plaque out. It was a trophy. So whoever got it, got it. Not all the clubs did it, but most of the clubs. There was a lot of clubs that were known for that.
Wow. Okay, so question. Did you ever get your plaque taken?
No.
Oh,
No,
he said no
nobody.
right
Charlie is
way.
car, I bet you.
No, nobody ever took my plaque. But let me tell you,
They tried.
they kind of broke our windows a lot.
Yeah.
You
They
gotta
We
let
had
them
tried.
broke your
broken
window.
windows, but
Yeah.
never took our plaques. They never got that far.
They knew
Wow.
better, huh?
Oh,
Also, is an OG. Like, he looks calm right now, but who knows?
They
Back
probably
in the
just didn't have
day,
time. They were
So-
like, oh, just real quick, vámonos.
so back then you had East LA, and you had LA. So when we were going to the East Side, it was different because we were already separated right there. So the East Side and the West Side, we had a lot of conflict, but we respected each other. But when there was a fight, there was a fight.
Yeah.
Now, another thing that I see that I don't like, and a lot of people don't like, is when something's gonna go down. Back then, if we see you with your familia, your hyena, your kids, and all that, we said, "Tú sabes qué? We'll catch you on the next one. You're with your familia right now. We'll catch you on the next one. Not no more. Now you could be walking with your kids and your hyena, and they jump you and they'll hurt the whole family.
yeah, there was
That's
a
not
code,
right.
right? There was a code back then.
There was a code back
Those people
then.
get no points. Period.
Couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Back then they would regulate them. It was part of our thing, and I don't want to. And I ain't here to name who or what, but you couldn't do that. It was a no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would get handled back then if
You
you
get
did
handled
something.
back then. All of that's changing.
I wish it wouldn't.
No.
No, I wish they could bring it back to where like people could just get
No,
handled.
another thing too is
The code of
the cell phones. So as soon as something starts happening, everybody starts.
Oh yeah.
Okay, there's a fight. They're doing it
Instead of helping.
That's like snitching off on
yeah,
somebody.
that's dry snitching.
You know, I've caught myself, and what else? My witness. I've lost I'm an old rato, but sometimes like that old part of me comes out, and if I get into a fight, the first thing I say is turn off your cell phones. Turn off your cell phones, because I ain't gonna be in no cell phone. I ain't gonna be taking pictures of myself all the time and all that. Because to me, that's you're snitching somebody off. You see it on Instagram or TikTok and Facebook and all that. All these pleitos and all that. You're snitching them people
Yeah.
off.
everything gets recorded. Yeah.
Anything you do, the first thing they do is pull out that camera.
For everything nowadays, it's like anybody starts arguing right away. Like they pull, you can't even argue with the person because they're gonna pull out the camera and they're gonna catch you arguing
Gotta be
with them.
careful what
Like,
you
oh,
say.
my
You
And
gotta
God.
be
everything's
careful
gonna
what
be
you
put on
do.
blast. My
Yeah.
thing with the whole recording is okay, sometimes you need it for evidence or whatever, some crime, but like I've seen things where people are on live and somebody got shot and nobody's helping. You see 20 people recording and one person helping. And it's like, where's the humanity? Where's, the help in that? So I knew somebody that their son got killed on live Facebook and nobody was helping, and it was on live and everybody could see it. That's the worst thing, to see your
Yeah.
own child be there laying there, nobody helping, and it's on live, and there's all these phones going around but nobody's giving them CPR, nobody's doing anything, and everybody's waiting for the ambulance, and one person's probably calling.
That's true.
Because you can't call because you're recording, so you can't call the 911. So that to me is what I get from.
And that's one of the topics that I have with Weta a lot of times when I'm watching Instagram and I see them recording something's going on. I get up, I get upset. I go, I don't know if you can cuss or what. Here.
Yeah, you
Okay, so
We cuss
I
all
say,
the
what
time.
the fuck is really going on? I go, if that was me and I see that shit, I'm gonna help that person.
Yeah.
But no, they're recording it and help the motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Help them. Do something. But no, I said, you know what?
Humanity has lost their.
I was gonna say something, but because I went to a car show and there was an incident where there was this man and he needed aid. When I gave him CPR, and it's like, okay, he survived, gave him CPR, but ain't nobody take their phones out. Everybody just wanted to watch. But if it was a fight, it would have been a different story.
Yeah, everybody.
So, but it's crazy that people want to take out their phones for all the negative, but nothing positive.
Yeah, the disrespect now. And that leads us to like the car shows that we were talking about, throwing car shows and the
When you go to
conflict
the
with
car
that.
shows, they start fighting over there. That's the first thing that goes up. All kinds of cameras. But you know what it's doing? It's making us look bad.
Yeah.
That's how it's doing. They think that they're because they're showing it and they get their little reviews and all. It's showing that it's making us look bad.
And the
That's
thing is
all it
not even
does.
the people with the cars that's doing it. It's people that are coming to the car show and they're making the car show look bad. Like we fought for this, and I know you was a big part of the cruising is not a crime. You guys, Ghetto Lifestyle was like really on board with all that, and a lot of people got on that so it could be legal for it to be like all these people, and it's really outsiders. I mean, yeah, there might be one or two, but it's really the people that and a lot of the younger people that come and they're drinking and then they're fighting. And you guys gotta understand that we put the shows, and these shows are not cheap for us to bring our cars. It takes gas. They break. Sometimes we don't even make it to the car. We have to call a tow to make it to the car just to be into that show. For somebody to just act a fool, you guys have no respect, and you guys need to understand that you guys have to have respect, or it's just gonna get shut down.
Leave the drama somewhere else. And it takes a
Seriously.
lot of time and money. Like we've done a car show and it takes months to plan these car shows. A lot of people behind it. People don't see that.
This is
They
how,
just see the
yeah,
cars
this is
pull
how
up.
I see it. People want to, and sometimes people want that. They're like, oh, I'm going to start shit so we could get
Well,
recorded. It's like, do it old school. If you have a problem and you have the mentality that you're going to go do something to this person, you know their Instagram, you know their phone number, call them up, do it old school way. Hey, what's up?
Meet you at the park.
Let's meet at the fucking park. Let's meet in the fucking Jack in the Box
Well,
bathroom.
you know what?
Lock the door.
I had
Do
an
it.
issue like that a while
know?
back. Not too long ago. What I know. So I had something with an issue with somebody. First thing I did, I took off my club shirt. I said, let's go over there.
Go also.
And everybody seen it. They're like, hey, also, what do you? I go, this had nothing to do with my club. This is personal now. We'll walk around the corner. If he comes back, better man wins. I ain't going to go after, but I'm going to take it away. It has nothing to do. I ain't going to spoil nobody here. And I've done it before. A lot of these guys that start trouble, they're not even from a club. They don't even have cars. Or they're flying colors, but they don't have cars. So that's more like being a gang. They're not car club people. They don't care about your cars. When
they
we
don't-
were
they
at the
don't know.
East Side car show and that big fight started, you know how many displays got destroyed over there? Did they get paid for it? Who paid for all that?
And the person that started that probably didn't get charged for destroying all
They
that.
took off.
They just took off, right?
Yeah.
But they showed it on Instagram. All these people fighting for what?
Yeah.
It makes them look bad.
Yeah.
Makes us look bad. So what is Pomona going to say now? Well, we don't want them people here no more. There's
Yeah,
nothing but rowdy
exactly.
people.
Yeah. And people are not going to want to go to the car shows that just go to look because, they're scared there's going to be a fight, there's going to be a shooting, and that's not what we're there for.
I
To
don't
have
take
a
my
ca-
daughter
To have a
that.
car show, to me, it's like, okay, when I was up in El Chuco and I was invited to go to their show up there, I seen a whole different culture up there. Over there, it's all family orientated. They got up, they were walking around. They weren't sitting there getting drunk. Yeah, they were drinking, but they weren't out there getting drunk and acting stupid. They were friendly out there. They didn't know, all they knew is we were from Califas. And they came and they were humble to us and everything. And I told her, you know what? LA ain't nothing like this.
It's a different culture out there.
It's a their attitude, everything is different over there. It's family orientated. Over here, you want to have a show, you want to have a clean show and everything, but people start getting out of hand.
And then the whole conflict with throwing shows at the same date. That thing.
That's another thing. There's no more respect out there. You know, when we started our shows, when I started my shows back with Cali West, because Cali West Car Club, he started getting me into it. And what we used to do when we were having shows, we would call the other, if somebody else was having a show at the same time, we'd call them up and say, hey, you're going to have a show on this day? And they go, yeah. What time does your show start? From what time to what time? So then we go, oh, that might be a little too late. So we'll have it Sunday. So we're gonna go to your show and then you come to our show. But we were communicating.
Work it out, yeah.
Yeah, we work it out. We wouldn't have it on the same day. Majestics has a show every year. They have a big show every year up in West Hollywood. I started doing my shows. This is my 5th year doing it, but I keep in contact with Majestics, with one of the guys from Majestics. I say, hey, you guys are gonna have a show this year, and we're gonna have ours at the same time. But you guys are in the valley, and we're over here on this side, so we're not gonna conflict against each other because you got the people from up there, and I got the people from out this side. Okay, being said that, so we're communicating with each other. Not just that, but when my show's over, I go represent over there with them. I show up to
Go
them.
cruise by over there.
Yeah, and they do the same thing. They'll come to mine. If mine's earlier than theirs, some of their members will come and they'll represent. And then after mine's done, so we work with each other. So let's just say my cruise is coming up, their cruise is coming up, and we just seen lately there's another cruise going to come up in Elysian Park, which is a V class. Okay, fine. Like I said, they're all V class. They ain't going to bother us.
Yeah.
But communicate with somebody. Say, hey, you know what? Where you guys going to be cruising at? That honor's not there. That respect's not there no more. You got 4 or 5 shows in one day. How are you going to go see 4 or 5 shows? And then you got to pay 30 bolas, 25 bolas to get into every show. So by the time, let's just, me and Weta were known to go to 3-4 shows in a week. Am I right or wrong? In a day. I take that back. In a day. We go to 3-4 shows. Wow. So now I'm telling her, you know what, Weta? It's getting costly. I'm spending $150, 100 bolas with gas and everything to go to all these shows, but I want to represent because I know these clubs and I want to represent them. I can't represent them no more. I'm getting too old for that. The money's getting tight.
Yeah.
And I always had a problem when they're on I don't know, like on a parking lot and they charge. It's like, why are you charging? Can't we just pull up and have a good time? When they do it at a store at a parking lot and they want to charge money, I always had a problem with that because I'm like, well, why are you guys charging?
You're right. I have a problem with that too.
Yeah.
So you throw a show like when I throw it at Elysian Park. Back in the days, I threw my shows all in Elysian Park, but I have haters. So now you go to Elysian Park and they're charging you to go to a show. That's a public park. You go to Pico Park, they're going to charge you to come on in. That's a public park. You can't charge them. You go to a parking lot, you can't charge them. Now, if you go and you take permits out and you close it out and you get everything done the right way, you have to charge on something like that because now you're putting out money. But if you're not putting out money, what happens to, that's one of my big things. What happens to all that money?
Yeah.
What do they got to charge? What do they got to show? Where's my bookkeeper? When I throw a show, you could come back and tell her on this year, this date, she'll come up and tell you how much we made and where that money went to. We've given to Children's Hospital. We've given to women with cancer. We know where our money goes to. And we don't make that much money. People think you make a lot of money on the show. It's hard to throw a show.
Yeah,
Well, you got to put out, for the porta
a lot of you
potties, the
people out there that
entertainment.
know about throwing shows, you don't make a lot of money. Now I don't want to name.
You don't.
There's some different people that they throw shows, they make money, but they don't pay nobody. We went to a show. Where was it? Paramount? A while back. You know that they wanted to charge the women 25 cents to go into a porta potty. How much was he charging you for toilet paper? 5 cents for a pedazo de papel.
Like in Mexicali.
No. And this is on the real. So me and the homies went and we regulated. We told the vato, what are you doing, Nessa? He goes, you're going to charge these hynas to use the bathroom? It ain't going to work that way.
Yeah.
Let them
If you're
know.
going to throw a show, when I throw a show, I get so many porta potties, and I get them for the women, I get them for the men. That comes out of my pocket. But I'm not going to charge you people to go for a show like that. Are you serious? Come
Yeah,
on.
that's crazy.
It's a lot of work to throw a show. It's a lot of headache and running around early mornings, and you have to stay late to clean up, be there before everybody, stay there after everybody. So, and the people that just make money and don't pay anybody and just keep it and are doing it for the money, not even for the love of it.
You know, I'm having a show this year, my 5th annual car show. And I throw that cruise,
The New Year's cruise.
the New Year's cruise, my New Year's
Year's
cruise, I
also.
throw it because I love the culture. I I want to show the cars of our heritage, what we're about, to show our beautiful cars out there, low and slow. None of this hopping, none of this going in and out. This is all going to be done right. And I do it out of me. I'm putting out on it. I'm not asking nobody for now. If they give me a donation or something to try to help them out, okay, fine. That money's going to go to the motorcade. But I'm putting it out. Why? Because I want to see my gente, my familia, which I call the lowrider community, mi familia, because we're all there. We all help each other. So I want to make it that year, the first of the year, open it up for everybody to have fun. To say, you know what, also, we came from this part of town and drove all these carruchas down here. People were taking pictures and doing this and that. It's like a parade to show our culture.
And you do it. Let me piggyback on that. You do it real well. This is going to be the second or the third time we go with you, and you do them. I see the cars actually, they're lined up, they're all together, and nobody's going over here. Because I've gone to some cruises, I'm like, hey, where did they go? You know what I mean? Like,
this is very organized.
yeah, this is,
Crazy.
so if you have a chance, you have a lowrider, and if you just want to come check it out, it's going to be in Whittier. Where does it start?
We haven't decided yet,
okay,
right?
no.
Or to put it out yet?
I haven't put out where we're taking off from yet, because again, there's haters out there, and I don't want nobody to know until I'll let everybody know the day after Christmas. So that gives you a whole week still.
Okay.
Okay, so my cruise is gonna take. I'm estimating the way I have the route. It's gonna take about a 2-hour cruise.
Wow.
It's gonna be a 2-hour
That's
cruise.
Get
so
those
badass.
cars
So
ready.
you have
Oil
cars,
change, get it all checked out before.
Water.
but it's gonna be with the motorcade. We're gonna be escorted and everything. It's gonna be slow, and it like again, like Santanera said, it's gonna be organized. That's
Very
why
organized.
showing up time, I'm figuring around 9 o'clock, and we're gonna be leaving at 2. So we got that window between 9 and 2 before we leave to line these cars all up and get them ready to take off.
But you're forgetting the most important part. The micheladas, the menudo for the cruda,
Oh, yeah.
and then we
Oh.
take off.
Oh my God.
Because it's New Year's Day, so
Oh my
this is the
God.
time of the year.
Everybody's gonna party on New Year's.
You know it already.
Okay, so that's why I said 9 o'clock will still be good. So I'm gonna have a menudo lady there for the cruda, a menchi lady for those,
menchis.
because they always say, well, we need
beer,
a clavo
enchilada.
to bring down the cruda. So that's it. Nobody else. That's just to get everybody straightened out. So, well, right before 2 o'clock starts coming, we're gonna have all these cars lined up. How many cars are gonna show up? But they're gonna be lined up. And that's the way it's going to be all the way to the cruise.
Well, I'm excited for
Nobody
that
coming
cruise.
in and out. Everybody's welcome, but if you're not lined up with us and you come in afterwards and you're way in the back, then that's
No cutting.
Then stay in the back,
yeah,
right?
you won't be able to
Follow the
cut.
cars.
You're
Just
not
follow
going to
the
be able
cars.
to cut in between the cars.
Yeah.
So if we have 100 cars and they're all in the motorcade, nobody's going to cut in between them cars. because it's already said to the people that's going to lead the motorcade that nobody's going to come in.
Well, we're excited for
Fair
that
enough.
cruise, the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Get
definitely.
those
You'll see
cars
us
ready.
there. Yeah, my car's right in the
Ready?
shop right now. Yeah, be ready. We'll be ready. I'm
My uncle's
excited.
ready.
Nice.
Oh man. So yeah,
It'll
we're
be
here.
Happy New Year to us then.
Yeah,
Another question. How do you feel about the women in lowrider? Truly, how do you feel about the women in lowrider? Because I could tell you how I feel, but
How do
you
you
how do
feel
you
know,
about
feel?
it?
it's funny because, and Weta knows it. When before I started my club up, this is before Lady Lowriders and all these other cars. I told her, you know what? I want to get my club and make it co-ed. Dude, what do you mean? I go, I want girls in my club. So I presented this to different club members, different clubs, and they're like, "Oh, so it's not gonna happen." I said, "Why?" I go, "Women will make it, it'll bring in more people." They said it's not gonna happen. Well, guess what? It happened. But
Wow.
the girls went on their own. Now they have some that are part of the some of these clubs, but they got their own carushas and everything. That's why I ended up getting Weta has two cars in the club. I gave her a Cadillac and she has her truck. And I said, okay. But no, you know what? Uh I give a lot of prompts to the women. At first, not being I'm gonna tell you, don't get upset
No,
with
no,
me.
no.
He's not nervous, so he's being careful.
I don't want you to
Like, oh, Coach Quiz about to get
no,
crazy
no, no.
now.
At first I would go and I told a couple of women, I go, is that your old man's car? They're
Oh,
like,
you were one of those.
well, I didn't know.
That before.
I didn't know. I would say, is that your old man's car? Is he busted? And they said, nah, you know what? And then I thought about it and I said, well, you know what? These hynas got some good jobs. And a lot of
do.
these men
We
don't
do.
like that shit. So now when we go to shows, I tell Wed, I say, you know what? These girls, they got some beautiful cars. They're making these men look bad. And that's why a lot of guys are against it. Because, it's a machicho thing.
Yeah.
The guy wants to be superior, but it's the new wave now. The women
Yeah.
are coming up. They
The women love cars too. They like, dressing up their cars, riding their cars. They
and
have a
there
history
there
behind
there's
that.
some nice cars.
We
Some
take pride
really,
in our
really
cars
nice
too, and some
cars.
of us work on our cars, so we take pride in seeing it out there. Like, hey, I put that together. So, just like the guys, and we get that a lot. I've gotten that a lot, where it's like, oh, is that your husband's, is that your boyfriend's car? It's like, nope, don't got either. It's my car. I've been building this car for a long time. So it's like, but I've heard that like and it's kind of like from the OGs, because they're not used to the women being out there in the scene like that.
They don't, yeah, a lot of them don't like
So a
it.
lot of them would say things like that, and I was just like, well, you'll find out when you see me roll out and roll in.
Well, like I said, times changed. I'm old school, but I see everything changing. I'm like that commercial where that Indian would see. You remember that Indian that when he was seeing, I think what was that commercial? When they throw the trash on the floors and stuff, a tear would come out. Well, that's me looking at our generation, the tears coming out because we're dying out now.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
I see that. I see myself doing that, just looking, and I'm just like, how can they mess this whole thing up? Like you said, we were part of that low riding. Cruising's not a crime. We went out and got a lot of partitions signed and everything. We were all into it. We were happy when they legalized it. But now the way they're doing it now, you know what I say? That bill could be reversed. If you people don't know it, they can reverse it
Yeah.
and close you down again.
Oh yeah.
And
for
that's
sure.
what's going to happen. Then what are you going to do? All these carruchas are going to go back into the barn
Yeah.
because you didn't see them when cruising you couldn't cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah, because with two cruisers, they could tow your car away and it'll be gone, and you're gonna end up paying like about $1,000 to get it out.
Okay, so
And it's not
you know
worth
the
it.
burnouts.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's okay. Hold on. Everybody's against the burnouts, right? Okay. So what do you think they're saying about the three wheeling going around the corners like this, or hopping it and giving it gas and going out of control?
Yeah,
It's the same thing. Same concept. They're doing donuts, but they're over here doing all this other pendejadas.
I could do with the three wheel, but the giving gas and stuff, I've seen a lot of cars. They
Yeah,
just lose
okay, three
control.
wheeling if you're
Yeah.
going straight,
Yeah.
but not in the middle of the street and going round and round and stopping traffic. And then the cop's gonna come, they're gonna give you a ticket and shit, and everybody's bitching about, oh, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
That's not legal.
Yeah. Respect the area. There's always
know
a
what
time and a
they-
place to do that, right?
You know what they used to do to us when they would catch us hopping back in the days? They make us take off our hydraulics.
Wow.
We used to have to go to the highway patrol, and they would have to sign us off. That car had to be back to stock.
The fix-it tickets.
Damn, right there and then, huh?
Yeah, right there and
Wow.
then. You had so many days to get that car, or they take them cars away from you. So when you drive, the juras will get off with a pack of frajos, and they put them underneath your car. If that car didn't, if them frajos didn't fit, you get a ticket. You have to. They give you a fix-it ticket. You have to bring it back up to par. So we knew it. So every time we see a hood, oh shit, we're gonna get stopped or whatever. We had hydraulics. We tried to get away where we could pick it up just enough for we could get by. Nowadays, these chavalos, they go in front of the hood and they're hopping it and all. So they get pulled over, and what's the first thing they say? Oh, we're being harassed and all that. Well, tú sabes que you're doing something illegal. You're bringing it upon yourself. It's only common sense. You're not nobody special. Why? Because you got a nice carrucha and all that gives you the right to go out there and hop in front of a jura?
Yeah, they don't like that at all.
Seriously.
It does not. So what's some advice that you have, to our audience, people getting into the culture or people continuing into the culture like with us? What's some advice you would give anybody watching us now, to keep the culture alive? How you say it's sad to watch what it's turned into now and some stuff that.
Just, you know what? Just have respect. Respect one another. That's all what it's all about. It's respect. That's the main thing, respect. That's all you got to do is respect each other. Respect the other person. Don't disrespect. Be honest. That's it. It's all about respect. Your palabra. You give your palabra to somebody, you got to keep that palabra. Because if you ain't got palabra, you ain't nobody.
Nothing. Yeah, that's true. Palabra, for sure.
You know, my younger carnal one day told me, he goes, you know what? He goes, you're all about respect. I said, you know what, carnalito? You're going to grow up one day, you're going to know what it's all about. Because it's a whole different ball game out there.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So we ended here. Cut it here. You want to close it out?
We can. Okay. So, what would you want your legacy to be?
The what?
What would you want your legacy to be?
Like what you leave behind in this world when you're gone. Your legacy.
What do you want people to think of you
remember
and
you.
remember you by? When the time
My
comes.
cruises.
I love that. Aw.
My cruises. My cruises with my wife.
I love you, Vera.
I love
With
it.
his ruca.
Yes.
No, you know, this woman here, she's a good woman.
Yes.
And I'll tell everybody, she's been by my side, never left me.
Your backbone.
It takes a good man. To make a man, it takes a good woman. That's what makes the man, is a good woman. And I found her.
Wow.
Oh,
That's beautiful.
They say it's a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman.
You need that
There's a
backbone.
saying, you know, there's a saying, you can't live with them and you can't live without them. And we need them.
I love to see you guys together. Even when you guys are arguing, I'm like, man, I'm gonna be like that one day. I love it. But that's what it's about, the compromising, and you guys complement each other. I've been around you guys enough. You guys are like family to me, so I love to see you guys together.
Well, when I think of also, I think of your club. When I see your face, I see ghetto lifestyle. So you're
Thank you.
definitely making a mark. Thank you for letting us know, bringing us into your house and letting us know a little bit about what it was and how it was, you know what I mean? And hopefully everybody that's low riding out there, keeps it old school, the reglas,
That's
how it
it. Yeah.
was.
Keep it on the real.
Keep
Just
it on the
Respect
respect
real.
each
each other.
other.
Be safe. Think about what you're gonna do. That's it.
Think
Keep
about
them
the whole.
ramflas real nice and clean. Keep them up.
What's the best way to clean white walls also?
You know how I clean my white walls? I get a hydraulic jack. I jack up my car, and I get Ajax with Clorox, and I scrub them tires real good till they turn exact to their white. My white walls cannot be dirty. And then I put the Armor All, get the air hose, and I don't wipe the armor off it. I blow it off for it to just smear real pretty
There's a
and let
secret.
it dry. Don't drive it for about an hour or so. Let it sink in real nice so you get that real glossy look.
Wow.
Wow,
Beautiful.
interesting. Yeah, I know. On my truck, my white walls went brown. And I'm cleaning and I'm scrubbing and I'm cleaning and I'm scrubbing and they're not coming white. So I'm thinking to myself, how I can't afford some other white walls right now. I said, oh, you know what? I remember back in the day when you had your tennis shoes, how you used to put that
Oh
thing
yeah,
on
yeah,
your tennis
my
shoes.
yeah.
God.
The white one with the scrap.
I'm
The
looking like a
yeah.
Walmart, they don't
Paint.
have it. Target had it. So I went to go buy one, and I'm
Okay,
over there like,
you want me to tell you how to get them white?
yeah.
Remember
You want me
that?
to?
She's like, some for my shoes, some for that.
I've had my club members come and I look at their white wall. The white walls all clean. They go, oh, so I can't get them clean. Move over. Go to Home Depot, and I don't have it right here. Also, I'll show you. It's a sandpaper. It's purple, real fine. Okay, wet it, put Ajax on it, and go on the white wall and start cleaning it, and you'll see it start turning white.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
What you're doing is you're cutting the top layers off. You can't get it real. You have to get the real fine one. It's purple.
Purple,
I
okay.
don't know what grade it is, but you use that one, and it'll get your white walls clean. You go look at all my cars are out there. They're perfectly white. I
And
won't
we
let
are
them
gonna
get
go
dirty.
look at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'm
All
gonna try
right.
it. I have an event,
Same.
so I'm gonna go clean them, and then I'm gonna document it and show you guys.
Yes.
Or
Well, you
bring
heard
it,
it
and I'll
here.
show you, and I'll show you how to get them white.
I don't know. It's the truck. I don't
Oh.
even know if I haven't drove the truck. I don't even know if it's gonna make it. I think I'm gonna sell my truck, but yeah.
We'll see about that.
63
She's not.
Chevy
Right.
She ain't
C10
selling it.
for sale. Shoot me an offer. Income tax is coming.
$1 million.
I know you guys are gonna have money.
$1 million, so they won't buy it. You heard
Hey,
it here.
Gabby, me on the other phone. I heard that it's for sale. It didn't even go out yet.
That's
No
what
picture.
when we go to shows and stuff. That's the first thing I tell Weta. That's focus right on the white wall. I go, look, Weta, look at that. They're yellow.
Oh,
I go, look at that one. It's all scuffed up and everything. That's the bad thing about three-wheeling. Have you seen the white walls on that? How they
Yeah.
eat up all the white walls?
yeah, you have the
Yeah.
blacks going into the lines.
That's why I gotta scrub them. But I use
Yeah.
that Ajax. I call it a Hux. But
So I forgot where I was one day. There was a guy three-wheeling. He didn't have white walls. He had black walls. I'm like, really? And I go, hey, what happened to white walls?
he said, I don't want to clean them.
He goes, I don't want to clean them. I have, so they were
How do I
black
know?
walls.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
You know what? I have a question since you're from the old school. Why Chevy and not Ford? I mean, I kind of know a little bit, but why Chevy and not Ford?
why Chevys and not Fords?
Why the Chevy cars and not the Fords? Like they never care. Even with the Chevy truck, people.
I love her accent.
You said Chevy?
No. She's saying
Chevy.
instead of saying force, she's saying force in our forehead.
That's what I'm going to say force.
Whoa, yeah.
The force.
So why?
Chevy.
Why Mexican
It's
or Chicanos
the
prefer
style.
this? It has nothing to
The
do.
style of the car. Chevrolet's been around. It's the style that when it came out, the 63s. The style of the 63s, the
The look of
62s, the 61, the 57s.
They're
They all had
sexy.
style. They
Yes.
had that style.
They have body.
Where Ford didn't have that. I mean, Ford didn't have that style. The Galaxy came out that was the Galaxy 500. That was a nice one. It's around now. But those were more like rockabilly cars.
Yeah. It's like the El Caminos and the what are the other ones called? It's El Caminos, and then there's another one that looks a lot like El Camino, Ranchero,
El
right?
Ranchero.
Ranchero, yeah.
El
Uh-huh.
Ranchero.
And it's
But
like,
the Ranchero has the two lights like that made it different.
yeah.
It looks different, yeah.
Somebody had told me it was because why, and might not come out, who knows? But white people was like Ford and Chicanos was more like Chevy. It's like with the Budweiser and the Miller, right?
Yeah. Like the Budweiser and the Coors.
Oh, there you go. That's more fun. Tell
Well,
us
you know,
about that.
Coors
All
was
these
very
days.
popular. Coors was very popular back in the day. There was Coors and Falstaff, and Miller's, right? Yeah, Coors, Miller's, and Falstaff. Back then, I don't even know if they still had make Falstaff.
I never heard of it.
Uh-huh.
Well-
That was those were the beers back then. But for us growing up, we used to drink Pájaro Loco,
Oh.
white port. We thought we would get all bells right there.
Pájaro Loco.
Pájaro Loco,
never
you
heard of
ever heard
that.
of that?
I never
Never.
heard of that neither. Uh-uh.
that
Thunderbird.
beer or-
That's Thunderbird.
Thunderbird.
That beer.
Beer?
No, it's
It's a
a
nitrate.
it's a
It's like
wine.
that. It's like that.
It's
Wine?
a cheap wine. Yeah, we used to buy that.
Oh.
Thunderbird.
All the
It's like
OGs know
nitrate,
about that. Pájaro Loco, Spañara, Ripple. Yo, those
Okay,
were back in
shoot,
our
those are-
day.
yeah, I was like, oh,
I don't know.
Cheap,
That's way
cheap,
back.
but good.
Well, if you ask us about boonies and Cisco and
Right, the
nitrate
boonies.
Yeah,
and
Cisco's
nitrate.
too back then.
Yeah.
Do they still make Cisco's?
I think they do. I think they do. The last time, well, when because I haven't drank in over a year, so I stopped drinking alcohol. But before I would see, I don't know now.
They make them
Yeah, I
Cisco?
stopped drinking.
Now they
I've
have
never
all
seen
the
those either,
bird
so-
balls or buzz balls.
Oh yeah. I think that Cisco's turned
Yeah.
into that buzzball
Yeah,
shit.
you see them all right there. I'm like, I had to tell this youngster. I was like, put that on a cup or something. Don't be walking around with all you just y'all look pendejas. Put it on, and they did. They was
Walking
like, I'm
around
sorry,
in big ol'
man.
buzz-
Well, when we used to go to work, we were in Palm Springs. And my compadre
Springs.
Puppet,
Her hood.
we would buy the bottle of Thunderbird with pineapple juice and mix it together. You get all bellows right there. So we were in the pool. We were working out there. And there was some white people there. And he offered them. He goes, hey, you want to try one of our drinks? They drank. They go, oh, shit, this is some good shit. He goes, it's a tropical drink. It came from Hawaii.
Because he had it
I
on.
looked at him, like, órale, compadre. And then they go, hey, can you tell us how to make it? He goes, I'll tell you what, better yet. He goes, give me the money and I'll go buy you the stuff and I'll make it for you. All right. So he goes, how much is it? He goes, well, $10 for, and back then, Thunderbird was only $1.50. But he charged them $10 plus the pineapple juice. He made it, bought enough for us too, of course. And they drank it. They got all
overcharged
pedos.
Yeah.
They didn't know what they were drinking. That was a Mexican cheap drink. Well, it used to give you a hangover in the morning. Chingao, you wake up with a cruda.
Well, just wait for New Year's. That cruise is gonna be. If
I-
you're crudo,
Well, I
you
stopped
know.
drinking, so I don't know what it's about anymore.
You know why I stopped drinking? I drank Presidente. And I drink like a whole bottle of Presidente with some friends. Oh my God. I never, to this day, if I smoke Presidente, I throw up. And after that was like,
That's
I'm
We're
never
not
Brandy.
gonna
spring
do
That's
it.
chickens
brandy,
anymore. It
though.
takes 2 to 3 days to recover. So
Oh, yeah.
it's like everybody.
Presidente's brandy, isn't it?
Yeah, brandy.
Yeah,
I cannot.
yeah.
I must smoke, not drink. But we're going to end it right here. And well, thank you also for letting
Noah,
us
thank
in.
you for coming
Yes,
by.
thank
Thank
you also,
you.
It was a
Anuela, for
privilege
allowing
to
us to come and interview you.
to
And
have you guys again and seeing you and
And your
welcome you to our
lovely
house
home. It's
and
beautiful.
yes,
All
welcome
the
it's very
and
decorations.
festive.
welcome everybody out there to my home. This is what I do when I get bored.
I love it. I
I
love
built a
it.
little train set.
You built everything. And also, you say you get bored, but I don't know how because you're always into something or doing something, talking about getting on the roof and stuff. Like, but thank you for
Thank you
having
so
us.
much.
Thank you.
We're going to
And
show you guys a little bit of the cars, a little behind the scenes, but we are out, and this is Culture Queens on the road. Something new will be coming to a hood near you. Stay tuned.
woohoo!
Feliz Navidad.
Yeah, yeah.
Cut.
Yeah, so we gotta get some videos of the car.
Yes.
Are you gonna open the garage? Let me check my phone for my
No,
work.
it's good.
Potential scam, the other one was too